Hey, shalom, shalom. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakar Kadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here pushing truth and sincerity. The water foot y'all do, we love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yashai. Shalom to y'all. All right. It's your brother Dawah Dad. I don't want to Zah here to give you an edifying lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yashai, here from the great millstone camp in Atlanta. All right, and we're just going to jump back into Revelations where we left off. I got a phone call, and it cut the stream off early, so I had to make it a part 2. For some reason, my silent mode does not block any notifications. So, without further ado, jump back straight into it. So we go back into Revelations 12 and 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Right, and that's the devil. That's Esau, right? Esau is so-called white man. All right, Esau being Ashashua in the Hebrew, meaning wasted away is he. Right, or he had his name, changed it to Edom, right? That's why they're the Edomites, right? Meaning red, right? Edom, red, Adawam, red people, because their blood show forth through the skin. That's what they are. They're red. They're not white, right? They're like translucent. White means pure, man. White is a color. Well, white means pure, and they're not white. They're not pure. They're not even a pure people. You know, there's an old saying that everywhere the so-called white man goes, he leaves behind him a trail of blood. He's a devil. The word devil means deceiver, diablos, deceiver. And who deceived the whole world? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But it says, the dragon was cast out, that old serpent, showing you that, you know, the serpent in the garden was a man, right? Called the devil, the deceiver, and Satan, which we know who Satan is, right? Which deceiveth the whole world, which Edom is the physical counterpart of Satan. That's why they mention Satan here. And you know, Esau does the bidding of Satan, man. You know, but you know, Satan is under the rulership of the Heavenly Father. But they think they worshiping Satan when Satan worships the Most High, right? It said he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And this is where Christianity says that he was, you know, Satan his demons were cast out into hell from heaven. But this is false. That's a myth, man. This is talking about the end of the so-called white man and the end of his rulership, right? Jacob is the beginning of the world. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, right? So, you know, that's why Jacob held Esau's foot when he came out. He had his heel, man. That's where you get that term, "I'm on your heels" at, man. Meaning we up next, man. This is that event right here. Esau being cast out is when Jacob had his Esau's heel, man, ready to take him down from rulership. And verse 10 says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and kingdom and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuses them before our power day and night." And that's what they do, right? Esau makes up these you know, these wicked doctrines for Jake to follow, you know, because Esau right now is the big brother, man. He has us in captivity, you know. And the scriptures say, you know, as the leaders do, so do the people, you know, the people that follow. So Esau puts, you know, goddamn bacon strips on every burger. You know, he sells, you know, pork and and shrimp and lobster. He makes it into a delicacy to make Jake want to buy it and eat it. He puts guns and drugs in the neighborhoods of predominantly so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and, you know, coerces them to pretty much, you know, fall into that trap, you know, and sets that trap for them to indulge in these activities such as gang violence and drug dealing, right? Robbery, thievery, you know. But he puts those traps out there for Jake to fall into, because Jake is destitute, man. Jake is impoverished, so he knows that Jake is willing to do anything to get out of poverty. So what does he do? Which he put him in poverty, right? So what does he do? He puts that, you know, that opportunity out for them. You know, here's some drugs. You know, take over this land over here. Once you do that, you know, you could, you know, start selling drugs to the people in that area and make millions of dollars. And then you know, he makes, and he owns all the record labels. He makes these niggas put out, you know, the music that supports that lifestyle and glorifies that lifestyle, makes it look glamorous, to the point where Jake wants to do it, man. It's a trap, you know. And then he points the finger at Jake and say, "Oh, look what the Hebrew Israelites are doing. They can't be your people because they look at them. They're doing evil in the world." 5 o'clock in the morning, but he said, but that's what he does, you know. And that's why it says the accuser of their brethren, man. You know, the accuser of that brother, man. You know, sets Jake up to sin. Now, ultimately, it's your decision, right? Even though, you know, you're getting set up to do these things, you're still doing them. You still have an opportunity. You still have a choice. You still have a decision, right? Even though you know, it was a trap laid out for you, you fell for the trap, and that's where your wickedness comes in, Jake, right? 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death because they can't control themselves. You know, they have to indulge in these sinful acts, you know, that was set up by the accuser, man. So that the accuser can actually point the finger at us. But yeah, they were cast down. That's Esau and his kingdom and his rulership being cast down. When Michael and his angels fight, and Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 11, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death." Let's talk about the prophets, and we hate our lives, man. We hate our lives, man. I don't want to say we'd be a part of that number, but you know, we hate our lives here, man. We don't look to be glorified in this world, and you know, try to make it. We don't care, man. We don't care about all these goddamn holidays. We don't care about Mother's Day. We don't care about Christmas. None of that shit, man. You know, we dedicate our weekends, our Saturdays, you know, to going to you know, to camp and fellowshipping with the brothers, doing our shows, you know, studying, you know, defending the doctrine and defending the name, man, of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We hate our lives here. We hate this place. This place is not living. This is not a kingdom, man. It's a terrible place. You got weird people walking around who don't know who they are. You got fucking, you know, you can love everybody. It doesn't matter what the foul act they do. You know, you got women all out of order. It's all hell. Kids are badder than ever before. You know, prices going up to the damn roof. You can't survive. We hate our lives, man. It's talking about the elect, you know, or the hopeful elect. You know, prophesying and hating their lives for the Heavenly Father's sake, man, through His Son. And a testimony, you know what I'm saying? We got the word, and we out there pushing it, man, on the highways and byways. The chief place of concourse, right, where most traffic is. We out there, you know, week in, week out, man. You know, not you know, not going to go try to do anything like party and, you know, people have Saturdays for specific reasons, man. And we go out on the highways and byways to do this word week in and week out, man, in season and out of season, during the coldest days, during the most wettest days when it's raining, during the hottest days, man. Sacrifice, giving sin in our lives is a living sacrifice. Verse 12 says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come upon you, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, because everybody on the earth is going to feel this pressure, man. Everybody's going to feel the pressure when the MOTB comes out. Yeah, it's talking about everybody, because it says the sea, right? And the people are like a sea. You know? It says, woes into the habits of the earth and of the sea. And, yeah, pretty soon, Esau's going to come down on everybody, man. You know? Primarily, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. But Esau's gonna come down to everybody, man, because he know he have but a short time, so he knows he has to because he knows the prophecies, man. He read the book, he see the prophets out there prophesying, so he knows he gotta make a move, and he gotta make a move quick, man. You know, because he know that he don't got much time in his rulership no longer. He's gonna try to do his New World Order agenda before before Yahushua comes back. It says, verse 13, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And that's what's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna be they'll be coming down on us, man. Coming down on you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. It says, and to the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time, from the face of the serpent, and times half a time. That's 250 years, right? From 250 year time period, from about 1619 to about 1969, where Alvin Bivens came and started preaching his word, right? And if it's not, break that down to us and tell us what that times and half a time is, right? Break that down to us, because that's what that's talking about. You know, Alvin Bivens came, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's when Israel was coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. After, he went out here and taught the word, man. Verse 15 says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away from the flood. And we know that the devil is coming down with great wrath, like a flood, knowing that he have but a short time, right? And that's that Roman persecution, that Edomite persecution. Same thing, because Israel was in the wilderness of Africa, too, of West Africa, and then they were safe there. Literally the wilderness, was too thick for the Romans to actually capture Israel, and destroy them. So we were hidden away. You know what I'm saying? And we got our bearings back, man. We got our shit together there, but we still didn't come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And then here, 250 years. Within the 250-year time span of here in America, Alvin Bivens came, and then gave the word back to basically brought the people back to the Father, the elect. And then verse 17 says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshai, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. And they are going to make war with the prophets very, very soon. So with that, I want to give praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, the honestly apostles, the elder, great millstone, ever well. Peace and salutations to all for elect, all hair, pushing truth and sincerity. The water for you do. We love you, appreciate you, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshai, and shalom to y'all.